Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and last couple of days were interesting, I'll tell you that much. I'm pretty sure my microphone is working. I did have a little bit of a topple with it yesterday, but I'm sure you can hear me messing with it. That is to ensure that everything is plugged in and proper, and I think we're good to go. Alright, so today's episode, as you can see, I have a bunch of multiple hit things, so you're thinking, oh, this must just be a critical hit build. Not necessarily. I'm kind of going unfocused today, well, with a little bit of a focus, because I wanted to actually talk, and it's going to be an Arcana Spotlight. This time we're doing it on an Arcana that I love. We are talking about Tracer Barrage today, and honestly, I have to say it's probably about time. I've had that one on my radar for a while now. We'll definitely do the Chilling Dungeons first, just to make sure it gets done. But I haven't actually done anything with that idea, so we're gonna do it now. And if I've already done it before, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. My memory is not as good as it used to be. That's to suggest that it was ever that good in the first place. There we go. Hey, you make promises of unspecified treasure. I'm gonna want to have a look. So just to get the obvious part out of the way, Tracer Barrage is one of those high DPS spells. It doesn't, like, each individual hit doesn't do a lot, but it's the idea that each of those hits can come twice. Part of what makes the spell so impressive, if you ask me. Hey. It's also got decent range for something. I mean, yeah, you could argue, oh, it's a projectile, what do you expect? That doesn't have the traditional range of a projectile. It's almost more of a boomerang, really. And by the way, because of my starting setup, yes, it is doing extra damage, like beyond what it normally does. I took the setup that I did because I was really hoping to get the perfect time crystal. If I'm going to be running one of my favorite signatures, I want to do everything I can to make that signature pop, you know? Ooh, yay, hummingbird feather. Look, an object I don't care about. And I can't give him that dash, though, so unfortunately no go there. Now, if the game decides to be nice to me and lets me upgrade my bubble slaps, then I can take the old version. And of course the game wouldn't be nice to me. That is so you, Dark Sage. That's such wishful thinking. I know. Alright, so because 2 of the 3 members of the council actually more or less ignore fire damage, or not ignore, but are resistant to it, there's really nothing there I really want. Breaking Twister, I suppose, but that'll be effective against Atlas, but then ineffective against, not Freya, Zeal. So I'm kind of back to square one in that regard. I don't know, I'll think about that. Here we go. Definitely take that. Definitely take that. And I'm thinking about the Wallet of Vigor, although it's really kind of low priority at the moment. But Dark Sage, it is on sale. You have a point. And because you can reach me from anywhere, I have to be like ultra careful. So as you can see, not only is Tracer Barrage good at dealing out damage, but... well, that's odd. Where did you come from? Yeah, unfortunately I don't have any ice. I wouldn't mind having some, because that would be fairly... I'm not taking that one, though. Hey, you said you wanted ice spells. Yeah, not that one. I'm going to take the Wallet of Vigor. You're going to give me ice spells. Give me ones that are good. Give me Ice Spear, Frost Scimitar, Frost Fan. Any number of ice spells that would actually be useful. See, the other thing you'll notice about Tracer Barrage is that it's really good at controlling space because the attack sends out and then comes back, which means it's an attack that lasts a while as well. Oh, there's our perfect time crystal. Yes, that is perfect. Thank you. I'm surprised by how well that worked out. That's a maybe. Well, you know how I feel about Bouncing Surge. But we are going to upgrade the Bubble Slap, so we have Bubble Slaps with a shield now. Oh no, I don't want to take the... You know what? I should have taken the Portal. I forgot how close this was to the beginning. There we go. I do kind of feel large and in charge right now, not gonna lie. See, and some of the things that Tracer Barrage allows you are just ridiculous. Such as that one advanced trick you just saw me do there, where you send it out and then start moving so that the tracers have to follow you on the way back in, thus making it so you can control even more space. My friend Horsehead. It's been a while since I've seen you, my friend. Don't think that I have forsaken you, I am simply exploring. Like, if I'm allowed to just pick my own builds and I'm not worried about whether or not someone gives a damn about what I'm building, or if I'm not worried about, any restrictions, yeah, typically Tracer Barrage is pretty high up on my priority list. Or not priority, but my preference list. Like, the one bad thing I can say about it is that it doesn't fare particularly well in straight-up power builds. And that's because of its low base damage. To which I respond, yeah, but... It scores so many hits that it kind of makes up for it. Thank you, Wallet of Vigor. God, we've got so much signature charge added on. From my basic, just in general, from that. Like, this is going to be a run that's, even though it didn't start off as just wanting to spam the signature, and I wanted to start off without over-exemplifying Tracer Barrage, it's certainly become that way now. You'll notice the one thing that Tracer Barrage doesn't do is that it doesn't burn. Ah, I screwed up. Not every fire arcana burns, of course. But that's the thing, if it did leave burns, how overpowered would that be? I'm gonna take this just so I have another option. But ultimately, I would rather have another water spell. Preferably an ice one to take advantage of the Poem of Fiery Rhyme, honestly. Oh, it's not even the Poem of Fiery Rhyme right now, I'm making that up. Look at Dark Sage over here, doesn't even know facts. Oh god. It's not the Poem of Fiery Rhyme, it's the Stanza of Frost, you dumbass. Easy to forget when you don't have any frost to take advantage of. That was an oops. Remember, that's still the whole sensitive D-pad topic that I keep talking about. Okay, that maneuver must have looked awkward. That is because I tried to throw a bouncing surge and didn't realize it was still on cooldown. My desire for unspecified treasure got me in trouble. Man, you guys and your caltrops making me reposition into taking more damage. The nerve of some people, I'm telling you. So how was your last couple of days? I bring that up because both Tuesday and Wednesday for me, for those of you who are uninitiated, I am recording this on the morning of Thursday, April 22nd. And my Tuesday and Wednesday were, whew, they were something. So, let's go over that real quick. Tuesday, oh, upgrade. I get so easily distracted, God. It's like, I have something important to talk about. Squirrel. And granted, it's not necessarily important as, you know, I wanted to talk. Alright, so I think I'm going to find what I want down here. Right. Hummingbird feather is a nice quality of life improvement, but nothing I'm going to go nuts over or anything. Well, the most interesting thing there is Jeremiah's Needle, and because of the build I have, I don't necessarily want to go into the negative direction on critical hit ability. No, screw it, we'll just call it good here. Thought you had me there, didn't you? Alright. I like the idea of Kasim's airy cloak, but I also feel like I kind of don't need it. So screw it, I'm going to save my money. But Dark Sage, you have the Wallet of Vigor. Yeah, but I don't want to give up all of my health just to buy things. What do you think I am, the average American consumer? Come on now. Oh, I definitely want that, though. Plus, that's a freebie. Whoops. Sensitive D-pad. Whee! Okay, so I would be stupid not to buy this. Hello, birds. Ow. So, Tuesday. Tuesday morning was interesting. So, you may recall I had talked about my failure to get my license renewed last week because of the DMV and them being the DMV. So, Tuesday morning, I decided, okay, well, if that didn't work with me getting to the DMV at around 7 a.m., let's try to be there even earlier. So, my day started... Oh, hey, look at that air spinner upgrade. God, I am so easily distracted. Stop it! So, my day started at around 5 a.m. As I... And this is where I admit to making a bit of a personal mistake. I decided that I wanted to also make some decent progress in Monster Hunter. So instead of, doing the smart thing and, going to bed going to bed early because I was going to be up super early, I was like, I'll get some sleep. It's not a big deal. So that culminated in me only getting about 3 hours of sleep. Also, once again, that's one of the reasons why I love Tracer Barrage. Yeah, the guy guarded it initially, but the attack just lasts so long that there's nothing he could do about it, and just ended up getting pelted. Okay, you can have that. I'm really not worried about hovering over pits. That is not anything that's going to be super detrimental to my build in the long run. Alright, well, let's go upgrade Air Spinner at any rate. And then, if anything, the only other thing I would take would be Dragon Surge. That's odd. This is one of those floors where the enemy requirement to minimize the difficulty here was higher than that. Once again, though, it's not ice. I'll just deal, though. Once again, Wallet of Vigor doing me some good. Alright. Look at that damage. Oof, 2-cycle Atlas. Oh, baby. That feels good to get that. And no, we will not be taking Field Berserk. Even though it would essentially turn me into a air-spitting Beyblade, I just don't care. So, if you can't guess by now, only getting 3 hours of sleep didn't do me a lot of good on Tuesday, and for the record, I did manage to finally get my license renewed, so yay! Happy end of the story! Oh yeah, did you know Tracer Barrage can also eat enemy projectiles? As if this spell didn't do enough? I mean, in my mind, it's an S-tier spell for a reason. I don't know how many of you actually agree with me on that, but I say it's an S-tier spell. Just the amount of damage it does, the amount of control it offers you over the battlefield. Like, there's really nothing to say that's negative about it aside from it could have better range. Yeah, but look at that, its range is already good. It's really good at controlling space. Yep, I wanted to go north there, so... And here we go. We have exactly 100 coins. This is one of the better robes to upgrade. Pardon me. So that was Tuesday. It was wake up at 5 a.m., go to the DMV, get my license renewed, go get McDonald's breakfast and be a big fat pig, and then basically the rest of the day was spent in and out of consciousness. And for those of you wondering, it was mostly out of. Well, I can look over there and see the spells on offer, but none of them are really tickling my fancy. And over here, I like the helmet, but I'm not really making enough money to put that to good use. And everything else is just kinda okay. I think I might take the jewelry box just for a little bit more health sustainment, but that's about it. And nothing there is really grabbing me. But let's try to earn a little bit of extra money by attacking in the wrong direction. You know how well that works. Yeah, so nothing here is... Like, the best thing that's here is improved spark array, but that really works better as a means of controlling space and stunning enemies to set them up for a bigger spell. Like, generally what I'll do is I'll use Spark Array and Crashing Meteor. That's a pretty solid combo right there, but for this particular build, I don't really need that. I don't really see the purpose in exploring the rest of the floor, so... I was completely convinced that I had screwed that up, so I was ready to get punished hard for that. Here we go. So that brings us up to Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning is the day that we traditionally get together with a friend of ours to play some Dungeons and Dragons. He was unavailable, but that is okay because there's another bit of business that needed to be attended to. I had an appointment to get the first half of my COVID vaccine shot. And, oh, do you have anything interesting? See, the problem that I'm having with wanting to take the to complete the poem of Fiery Rhyme is that I have no real means by which to take advantage of the second part of that. Still, I will take it just because it is rare to have. But now it also adds a chance for Tracer Barrage to burn, which, like I said, you may not know this by just looking at the spell initially, but Tracer Barrage can absolutely block projectiles. So it is a spell that is good on offense as well as on defense. And again, I'm put into a position where I honestly can't say anything negative about Tracer Barrage. Like, if you take that spell, it's just all upside from there. It's very much unlike spells like, you know, Firewall. What a joke of a defensive spell that was. One could argue that if you pick Firewall for your build, you're going to be spending more time defending your choice than you are defending yourself against the oncoming hordes. Let's wait for Dragon Surge to be active again. I was reconsidering my options there, which is what led to me taking a hit. Ow. You have that coming. Alright, though, you see what I mean about repositioning, like, while the spell is active? See, just because an enemy starts behind you doesn't mean they're not in trouble when you're using this spell. Well, I mean, okay, that would take advantage of the ice part, but... yeah, the hell with it. It's not important. To be fair, though, it's not all downside for the poem of Fiery Rhyme. I am very much getting a 20% damage bonus on my fire attacks, and that, of course, is leading to huge damage output with this attack. So to recap my last couple of days. Tuesday morning, DMV day. That was pretty much it. Wednesday morning, COVID-19 shot. So it's been busy, but not in a negative way, and I'm happy to report that the only side effects that I'm at all suffering is my left arm is a little sore. And I don't know if I'm one of the lucky ones or if that's par for the course, but I'm happy to just have gotten it done. Oh, I'm glad I didn't buy that earlier. Alright, and this was stage 3-2. I'm just bowling through this. Pointless, 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 pointless. It's all pointless. Who even cares? It all sucks. I'm gonna buy that, though. And there she is, the Queen of Speed herself. I made it stupid. Oh, I made another stupid. Dark Sage, you seem to be good at that. I love dynamic disarray, but I think I'm going to stick with what I've got. And if I'm getting bonus damage to my fire attacks, going back to the flame cleaver. There we go. Oops. I don't know why I thought I could use that spell. Beautiful. Alright. That was some good fighting. Wow, I'm so incredibly underwhelmed by my choices. I am going to take the Dark Katana, though. Well, Dark Sage, that seems silly. Yeah, but it's going to work with bubble slaps, you'll see. Wait. Let's not be in too much of a hurry. We've got a good run here, but that doesn't mean that we can just completely ignore everything. Yeah, I missed. Well, that was perfectly timed. I love it. Hey, do something that takes a while. Yeah, like that. Hmm. 50 beautiful hits of justice. And there you go, and that is why Tracer Barrage is amazing. Like I said, easily one of my personal S-rated spells. I feel that when you have Tracer Barrage, you just can't go wrong. It's two downsides, its range and its low its low base hit damage are mitigated by the idea that it does so many hits, and that in that range it works as a wonderful, just a wonderful, wonderful area denial move. See, the birds even agree with me. See, look at that. And if you have bird approval, you can't go wrong. So there you go. Hopefully that was enlightening, although I get the feeling that for a lot of you I was just preaching to the choir. That having been said, if that is the case, I'm glad you know that information now. It's like, if you're having trouble clearing the game, because I know that there are some of you that watch that are having problems clearing the game, try out Tracer Barrage and see if it doesn't help a little bit. It really makes a big difference. It's just such a good spell. Like, I would say it's almost good enough to be considered a straight-up carry, if you know, the way that I was running it was anything to go by. Just about a carry. And I also know that some of you had requested that I do a guide on how I play Wizard of Legends. The idea is in motion, we'll just say that. At the moment, the biggest thing I'm working out is what exact information to talk about, and the process of writing scripts is slow. I don't normally script things, but if I'm going to do a guide, I want to make sure that everything I say is right. And last thing I'm going to say before I sign out, 3 fusion relics. That was a good run. Alright, that's enough from me. Thank you guys very much for watching. Do the usual, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to talk to me directly, links to my social media will be in the description. You guys have really shown me a lot of love over the last couple of weeks, especially with how busy I've been, and I really appreciate it. I'm so happy to hear from you guys when you have something to say to me, so don't be afraid to hit me up. I enjoy talking. And I will catch you guys in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you